He stays quite her game. It'll be a free kick.
I love you to me.
At Allstate, what's important to you is important to us.
Dad, I'm telling you, this girl just came out of nowhere.
And right now, what's important to Blake is not getting in trouble with his dad. Well, the good news is if you have accident forgiveness from Allstate, your auto rate will go up just because of an accident. Even if it is your fault. Sorry, Squirrel's fault. Because we all deserve a second chance. Right, Dad? If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Where are my ultras? Ultras on me. Tonight on FS1, take some else. Round of 32 continues tonight on FS1.
Look at this. You got the MLB All-Star Game in Philadelphia. You wait 250 years, then throw a party so big with the best baseball players on earth. This is America's celebration birthday.
The FIBA World Cup 2026 halftime show on Fox is presented by Bank of America. Some great posters in the crowd. Croatia and Portugal facing each other in a World Cup match for the first time today with a place in the round of 16 at stake. But it's goalless at the break in Toronto. Jules Breach alongside me, Carly Lloyd, Javier Hernandez and Clarence Seedorf. No goals yet in that first half, but we're watching a knockout game between these two countries where it could be the last time we see these two legends playing in a World Cup. 41-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo against 40-year-old Luka Modric. Let's take a look at some of the chances.
Yeah, in the 4th minute, I think the best chance of Portugal and in the whole game. Bruno Fernandes over here with the right, he should have scored, and the rebound, the goalkeeper make a great save. You can see here a great pass there, and then Bruno with the not miss, but I think the goalkeeper did pretty good.
And we talked all pre-game about getting service and feeding Cristiano Ronaldo here. This was a great cross in. Ronaldo just kind of misses this one, but when he's getting the ball inside the box, he's got an opportunity to score. They need to continue that.
Definitely pressing there. Portugal was pushing. A lot of men up front, as you can see. Half cross. And then again, a lot of bodies in the box. Portugal was really knocking on the door. But as we know, Croatia is patient and resilient.
That shot that we showed from Bruno Fernandes, that was the only shot on target in the whole of that first half. It has been all Portugal in terms of the chances that we've seen. What do they need to do to get a breakthrough?
I think putting more ball into the box. I think they love to have this type of possession, but it's a knockout stage. You need to cross. You have Ronaldo, you have Leao over there. We saw Bruno Fernandes coming to the box as well. So I think they need to take that opportunity, put a lot of balls crossing under the ground or in the air. It doesn't matter. They need to cross more and more because I think that's going to put your strikers or your players in a better position.
Yeah, this was, again, it happened a few times only, but we've seen at least 4 or 5 times that they could have put the ball in the box and they didn't. What we were talking about before the match, be intentional about using your main quality player up front, get the ball in the box. Sooner or later something will happen.
And I think this is exactly where Croatia want Portugal right now. They're just going to let it ride out until there's no goals being scored by Portugal.
Well, the second half is on the way shortly, but coming up, the reigning European champion Spain booked their place in the round of 16 earlier. We're going to take a look at how they got it done after the break.
Good morning, students. Our new dress code into effect today. Grass stains are now encouraged. Today's geometry class will be held on field number 3. Soccer can teach us the skills that we need to answer the question, what would you like the power to do? Soccer is in session. Bank of America and US Soccer are committed to helping bring soccer to every school.
Did you know salsa was invented when Puerto Ricans took Cuban rhythms to New York? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was born when the Japanese took judo to Brazil. When North African frying traditions met Spanish dough, Spain made the churro. After Jamaicans took their sound systems to the UK, the world got punk. And this is what the world gets when 48 nations meet to play one beautiful game.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your place on the conveyor belt.
Oh,
Turn up the fun with Crunch and go all in. Buy any 2 Ferrero brands and you could win $1 million.
Is David the backyard ready for the FIFA World Cup? Maybe he'll build it like Beckham.
Paint it like Patricia.
Flip it like Rich. Plant it like Paige.
Or watch it all happen just like Josh.
Very happy to help.
Tostitos starts with whole corn kernels to make masa the traditional way and bring you hint of lime and Mexican street corn inspired flavors. No artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. Tostitos. Tradition matters.
Hi. You okay?
Yeah, just changing up my look.
I see that.
I gotta leave though. See that brand new Hyundai Tucson? I only paid.
Huh. Well, you look stunning.
Enjoying your car? Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month. Or get 0% APR, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Hurry in.
If you think you don't like soccer, you are wrong. And we are calling it football.
The biggest football tournament in the world is here, and you can bet it live on Hard Rock Bet. Bet which country will win, how many goals scored, who will find the net, and so much more.
If you still think you don't like soccer, I know you like eating.
New customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win.
Bonus bet. Bonus bet.
Listen!
Chevy drivers across America will do a lot in the next 5 years. But one thing they won't do is pay interest on their new Chevy. Just announced, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500, Equinox, and Trax models, with no payments until after Labor Day. Because you've earned this summer. Now it's time to go get it.
See your South Florida Chevy dealers.
The US will face Belgium in the round of 16 after their win over Bosnia and Herzegovina. Following Balogun was sent off in the second half, and Tom Rinaldi spoke to Tim Ream about it after the game.
What conversations did you have with Flo, either in the moment or right after, to talk him through what happened?
Yeah, just in the changing room, tell him we've got his back. No matter what happens, we have his back, and you can't change what happened, but we're gonna go out, we're gonna fight so he can play another game. We move on, and we fought out there for him for what 25-35 minutes, and it's gonna be the exact same in the next game. And I looked him dead in the eye and said, don't worry about it, we've got you.
The US against Belgium is on Monday, but in the first match of the day today, Mikel Oyarzabal scored 2 goals to lead Spain to a 3-0 win over Austria in the round of 32. Oyarzabal now has 4 goals at this World Cup. And in the final fixture of the night, Granit Xhaka and Switzerland face Riyad Mahrez and Algeria in the round of 32. Coverage of that match begins at 10 p.m. Eastern on FS1. Here's the moment of the half, sponsored by Bank of America. Cristiano Ronaldo had an opportunity around the 30-minute mark. He is still looking for his first ever knockout stage
seat where you can watch your neighbor Manuel cry for the very first time, and where your passion is amplified by the sound of your people. It's a seat that any beer would love to have, and only the cerveza for football can. Modelo, the cerveza for football.
Where are we going? Who are we playing? Local crew. They're legit. They play win or go home, and they haven't gone home. What? In 30 years. How many people know about this? Everybody knows.
Jamais perdu des événements intensivos. Avant l'arrivée des téléphones portables.
Desde que la gente usaba teléfonos fijos. Desde que salieron los CDs.
Depuis l'époque où il fallait souffler des cartouches dans les jeux vidéo.
Todo va triggers no te posta, man. No, man. No, I'm telling you, it's all true. Most of it.
YouTube TV is amazing. Why would you settle for anything less?
Why would anybody settle for just meh? Can you imagine if Zlatan was meh?
Yeah, no.
Don't settle for meh. The #1 live TV service now has 10 more affordable plans. Try YouTube TV for free.
When we started the Oakland Roots, we had our work cut out for us. Gusto has had our back since day one, making sure every hire, every paycheck, and every player is taken care of. Gusto helps us stay rooted and give Oakland the love it deserves.
Not bad. You guys see this?
Rocket Mortgage makes it easy to tap your home's equity when the time is right, so you can fund what matters most. Mom, got a little surprise for you. Like welcoming home the ones who brought you home in the first place. It's your home equity. Put it to work at rocketmortgage.com. Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream.
FIFA World Cup 2026 on Fox is presented by the Home Depot.
The second half between Portugal and Croatia is on the way shortly. It is goalless as we head into the next 45 minutes. And as you can see, the players heading out onto the pitch now. How difficult is it not to become frustrated, Carly, as a striker when you're playing up against a team like this? How will Ronaldo be feeling right now?
It's tough, and I think we see Ronaldo, the more he does not get the ball, he starts to come into the midfield, and unfortunately then you need runs in behind. But I think the most important thing for him is to try to stay high and get the services into him.
Okay, a change has been made by the Croatian manager. Let's hear more about it with Derek Ray and Rob Green.
Yes, thank you very much, Jules. The substitution for Croatia sees Igor Matanovic, striker of Freiburg in the German Bundesliga, come on for Ante Budimir. So here we go with the second half. Portugal and Croatia goalless. A reminder that for the winner, a meeting with Spain, the reigning European champions. That will be in Dallas on Monday. And it's Portugal attacking the goal to our left in the second half. Nunovic. Trying to get the ball back straight away. Plenty of space for Nunovic, but it wasn't the ideal pass. And then Bruno Fernandes unable to hang on to the ball. Well, activity right at the beginning of the half. Croatia continue to make Portugal think as they look to get men forward, but here again is Nunovic and Rafael Leao, who's been his partner on the left-hand side so far. Rob, your thoughts on what we've just seen and also on the substitution?
Yeah, needed to shoot, just take the shots on. You know what he's trying to do. Everyone in the stadium knew what he was trying to do. Was fine, Cristiano Ronaldo, but just take the shots on yourself. And it's that interchange again down the left-hand side that we talked about in the first half that is making the inroads for Portugal. The substitution, Matanovic, doesn't make any difference for Croatia. It's a tall, angular centre forward, awkward for them to deal with. Much like Budimir. I feel the game plan will be the same.
Right work out from Ronaldo seconds ago. That was effective, and here's Mateo Kovacic. It was good work by Baturina. Kovacic switching the angle. That was played in by Sucic. Lasic there. No less up here from Croatia. Baturina operating on the left. Here again is Kovacic. Now look at Modric. So much goes through Modric. Croatia are in a rhythm, in a flow. That's been the case for a long time now. It's not going to be the same without him. Diaz had to get rid of that one. This was on there by Croatia. Kovacic and Matanovic having just come on. And it's a chance here for Kovacic. Couldn't finish. And Portugal are back on their heels.
It's nearly done anything in the game, but it's a fantastic save by Costa. Just bundles his way through. I've seen this so many times from Mateo Kovacic. He's a fantastic runner at the ball. From right challenges and just manages to get his shots away. And it's a lower right foot of Costa just about spreading himself enough to make the save. Barely had a touch in the first half. First of all, the second half was a big, big save.
First Croatia corner. That's Diogo Costa getting the touch on the ball. Modric to deliver. Trap for Matanovic in the air. In the Europa League with Freiburg. Lost to Aston Villa in the final. Here is Mateo Kovacic. Luka Modric. Oh, shot did come in from Lasic. Rafael Leao did his best to control the ball. Croatia fighting back here after having so much defending to do in the first half.
Yeah, they've come out, haven't they? A little bit more enterprise, a little bit more open. Just maybe been stung by that chance and said, well, okay, we've got to take the game, and they pressed on Portugal. Got some joy.
Fernando Liga, which plays for Villarreal in Spain, but a product of a Sporting academy. So many have come through there, including Ronaldo. Sucic. It's an excellent run, and he got it back from Matanovic. Combining forces to win it back, the Portuguese won the match. Kovacic, who briefly got in the way. Cancelo slowing it down. Vitinha is there. Feel the metronome for Portugal. It's not going to help their cause at all. To the grateful clutches of Livakovic. This time, Portugal's turn to press using Bruno Fernandes. Rafael Leao in support on the left. Shoots as though he was biting on more than he can shoot. It's been given.
Matanovic has only been on the pitch a couple of minutes, and delivery of that free kick, he kicked the ball away. Portuguese players did him a favour just by getting it, cracking on with the game.
Vitinha. It's busy. It's an important part of the midfield strategy. Portugal return.
He's got two men marking him as well. Matanovic and Sucic had stood by him and stood within touching distance, and you can't come through this way.
Cancelo tight by the touch. Cristiano Ronaldo. Again with Vitinha. Sliding to do it on his own. Eventually in the vicinity, defending. Right, so here for Portugal. We get to Croatia early in the second half, and still it's 0-0 in this high-profile round of 32 confrontation.
Closing the road there. As Modric opened up slightly for Vitinha, and all of a sudden the blue shirts swarmed him.
Kovacic playing beside him. Kovacic had just dropped in. So a pair of them. Here again is Mateo Kovacic. They have scored 5 goals at international level. 117 appearances now, and we have the chance to add to that. The small figure. Matanovic. Croatia. Challenge. Portugal are stunned. They just haven't responded to this change of impetus from Croatia. They've stolen the march. And the icy cold finish from Ivan Perisic. Joy for Croatia here in Toronto. It's been thanks to the wall for much of the game, but as we noted, slightly different to the second half, and certainly Matanovic has contributed mightily. Just as mere presence.
Yeah, he's awkward, really horrible to play against as a centre half, and that challenge there was just one that would have been swallowed up if it wasn't there.
And Portugal have some serious thinking to do. The trend is Croatia's friend, scoring first at the World Cup.
First half was a little bit dogging and a little bit sludgy at times. Just you wait. This Croatia will now through everything they can to kill this.
Kovacic. Just too strong for Sucic. We said at the start, only a World Cup farewell for either Ronaldo or for Modric. Right now, Cristiano Ronaldo. Shaky peg. Still time for him and for Portugal to change things. Sucic was there, trying to link the play. As we said, Matanovic has been excellent since coming on. Sucic, Vlasic, enjoy from the offside flag has gone up. Matanovic was close to goal. Vlasic doing the work initially. As the flag raised. firing Croatia. Just throwing different things here at Portugal. So they have had a good time. Shut down. So that's way by Baturina. Roberto Martinez. Going to the bench. Not just Bernardo Silva coming on. Also Gonzalo Ramos. So back to Robin.
There's not been responses. There's not been starts in the second half that you wanted. 12 minutes now.
So Stanisic can get there. Backs it against the one.
Well, he did everything. And it's a wonderful strike.
And again here, Ronaldo was hovering. Set pair of hands. Livakovic. But a scare for Croatia.
If anyone has seen Milan play football, they see Milan know he is running out all over, stepping inside and hammering it. He did everything there, got everything right.
So got to concentrate on the defensive side of things. Croatia again. And it's Diego Costa. An important save. Sincic. Again, they've got themselves movement. Croatia alive and emboldened.
This is down from one end, number 17 to the other. Just not got the dip it needed. Is opened up for similar sorts of area. Sucic had the opportunity there just with a good strike. You feel it would have been a goal, but it wasn't.
Torino to take the corner. So the best of deliveries. Tagovic trying to protect the ball. Just breaking the as well. Make sure he's got players at the Croatia. Straight away. It's fine with me. Stop it again. Yeah, the substitutes there. They should be waiting down. Good to come on in. Fell small. Anything a vivid illustration of what the story is here from the Portuguese angle.
This is it for Martinez. It's one goal left to play after this. He's seen enough, hasn't he? He knows that there's just not been that spark in this second half. This is tight. It's a touch. Finish to match. Sports subs might just have to wait.
They are checking it. Offside given on the bench. The referee pushes him raised. Check is over. And it doesn't count for Ronaldo and Portugal.
Just glimpses, isn't it? Just glimpses of the brilliance. I thought he could quite believe it. He thought he timed that to perfection.
bench of 4 players coming on together. Nelson Semedo, Conceição, Zuma, Vitinha, it's goodbye to the game. Just got a bit hotter.
You can start and rationalize that what you want. Trying to get another ball. Let's play that ball. That's last ball. This is short for the game.
As well.
So while you were wasting,
waiting for a goal here, Portugal.
Silva making the move. It's just anybody to throw a leg at him. Gets on some contact at home. Rega throwing himself at it. Now throwing a leg at it.
You can make an argument that he wasn't going to get to the ball, but he's clearly going to get to the ball. Clearly pulls him down, and this is a penalty kick.
Consideration of whether he's actually going to get to the ball. I don't think there's any real argument that he's making a foul.
For the announcement.
That was the game or that was just like his money?
Croatia player number 13 holds his opponent with
That's the whole game, like deciding or just him doing all the hey.
Missed his little penalty for Portugal.
He's facing the penalty killer.
What? Make one score. Ronaldo score. Ronaldo fucking out of here. Watch this one. Oh no, man, y'all can get this. I don't know. They say he's lost the mind, say he wants it. Say he wants it. He got to go outside. He can't put it there. He troubled me. He says right at him. He made like he was getting on the side.
Canadian territory. Last of the matches. In Toronto. Just strike it first. So Ronaldo has done it. Remains calm. And will return after this match break. Sponsored by Lenovo. Cristiano Ronaldo stepping up, getting the better of Livakovic. It's one goal apiece.
Horizon Business, FIFA, World Cup, 16 stadiums, 3 countries, and whole planet watching. Of course, take it from here.
This is the biggest, most technologically complex
We'll start with private 5G networks, 80,000 miles of fiber, and end-to-end security. Check.
It's game time. Is that next?
We can do this for the FIFA World Cup. Imagine what we can do for your business. Powerade has 50% more electrolytes than the leading sports drink. And Powerade is the official sports drink of FIFA World Cup. Power your legacy with Powerade.
July savings are unstoppable. It's game time. So trim it like Trey, set it like Sid, and sear it like Celine. Make every gathering more cheering. Low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot.
So, David, a lot's going on? Well,
Gary, that should do it.
Meeting in 5 minutes.
Great call, everyone. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Sorry, Gary.
Do you mind?
David, back to the set, please.
Kick press. Happy now? I wouldn't say a lot, but
Lenovo AI helps you do a lot. Like a lot.
highly eventful second half so far. Cristiano Ronaldo responding for Portugal when they needed him. After Ivan Perisic had put Croatia in front of this. The backdrop here in Toronto, the stadium which is right downtown. A city where around 160 different languages are spoken on this mosaic that is Toronto. 2 languages especially prominent, Portuguese and Croatian. And who is going to have the final say? We don't know right now. The winners face Spain in Dallas on Monday. We'll see that on Fox. So Perisic to restart play with this throw for Croatia. Reaching for the sky. Jonas Karaman's choice. It was there for Kovacic.
Well, it would have been one of goals of the tournament, a driving run, and it just didn't have the bend. Just had an up and down rather than in and out. It's a wonderful touch from Costa the first time. That's a what he said. Faintest of touches for the keeper, but he has come up with two huge saves in the second half.
Well, it's been a much more watchable second half, my goodness. Terrific. It's with this one. I think Matanovic. Two players went for the ball simultaneously now. Portugal trying to do it at pace with the direct approach towards Conceição. Here's Modric for Croatia. Vlasic. Kovacic. Portugal having to drop back here. Matanovic. Conversion. Matanovic by Diego Costa. Igor Matanovic.
Saves in the second half, and he had touches in the first. It's brilliant bit of composure to throw the dummy. But that touch gave Costa the time to get out, spread himself.
Taken by Modric. Times it has swayed between the boxes. Modric. Changed it immediately by Conceição for Portugal. One goal apiece. Clash of European heavyweights here on the World Cup stage. Modric. Kovacic. Kovacic across the defence to Geno. Zizic. Stanisic. Defenders looking a bit hesitant. Sose will move into the middle.
He turned to the ball, he had no idea where it was. That's all he just did there. I think you have the referee would have to have given a penalty.
That's the equation. Perisic, 53 minutes. 1-0 Ronaldo on the spot, 16 minutes. Matanovic was waiting. Played by Godovic for Portugal. Fernandez brought it down. A little skill that time. Godovic with an ambitious ball. Scan the QR code on the screen to vote for the Mykono Ultra Superior Player of the Match. Jessie. Perisic. Nelson Semedo trying to get close to him. An important headed touch by Renato Vega. Rafael Leao. Ronaldo shoveled it off. Did look very straight from. Cristiano Ronaldo, officially now the oldest goal scorer in a knockout stage game.
Take these teams that come down. They just need to get a foot in the game again, because since the changes, they've lost their shape completely. They should have been aggressive, with the ball and without the ball. Portugal all of a sudden not getting a look in.
To like about to the second half if you are Croatia to Martinez to make another switch with Ruben Dias coming on. Scoring number 21, which is symbolically very important on this night of all nights. And here on Portuguese time anyway, the passing of Diogo Jota. It's his number. Kovacic. And
Also, willingness to run and the ability to run. The goal scorer. He's got the usual tiny man there.
cross wrong. It's been a gripping second half, hasn't it? It didn't see coming, really. I have to give credit to Croatia for coming out and playing like they have. Been fantastic.
It's a lot more cautious from Croatia. The majority of the first half. Different dynamic at play since the break. Perisic with the opening goal. Ronaldo, the equaliser from the penalty spot. Decision to give a small kick. Ronaldo Silva. Sipcic. Close to him. And now, Cesar, the defenders. And stepped up. Eventually able to plug the gap.
Wonderful vision. An execution of the ball that just needs a runner. That's what Neves brings and brings the confidence in his teammates to say, just make the run, I'll find you.
Isn't there? Diaz, and handball forward as well. Diaz just stands aside in order to footed. Nunovic to take this. Yeah, trying to prove himself there. Nunovic was the defender. Charged with the task of keeping tabs on Renato Vega.
It's called chaos, isn't it? And it's just a rather straight, direct, get there and cause all problems. Just not dealing with him. I think they need to change this because they're putting forward-minded players marking him. He's just eating them up and driving past, and they've got to put a defender on him on a man-to-man basis.
Scored just once at international level. Something you have to keep an eye out for as set plays. It does go to extra time. Croatia have been there before. Losing. Penalty shootouts have become their speciality. Last couple of World Cup tournaments, of which has picked it forward. Sipcic. Portuguese defenders. And arriving on the scene was Pasalic. The man who came off the bench earlier. They held their breath in the Croatia end behind the goal.
He just gets it wrong. Because this has got goal written all over it. Just times the jump a fraction off and the header's a fraction wide. It's a wonderful ball from Modric, you know. Equal to by the cross and just needed the finish.
Croatia with the commitment in the second half have made Portugal just a bit jittery, a bit on edge. So much the case in the first half. A lot of possession from Portugal without a raft of chances.
Croatia asked the question in the first half, what have you got? There wasn't a lot to shout about from Portugal. Now it's over and we'll show you what we've got. Probably not.
Diaz. Selena. Perisic. And Livakovic. We'll find out how much added time there will be. Gvardiol is going to be coming on for Croatia. Manchester City defender. He's had fitness issues in the run-up to this World Cup. He's from a shin bone injury. Ruben Dias. Renato Veiga. Now Rafael Leao. Holding the ground back there. Croatian players. Ruben Dias. Ruben Dias. It comes off Stanisic. Behind him goes from the corner, and you'll have noticed that we'll have 10. Yes, that's 10 added minutes.
Decisions to be made. Offsides, penalties, adds to the drama. It's an additional minute. They're going to change it. Marking Renato Veiga. Need to get lock on it, need to get some sort of feeling. Neves firing that one across. Looking for Dias Geno. Now for the Croatian change. Vlasic going off his number as well. Very accomplished defender, Josko Guardiola. So he scored against Portugal in the match in Split. Croatia possibly a split in November 2024. They've seen quite a bit of each other, these two countries, in recent years, as they've ascended to the upper regions of the UEFA Nations League. Portugal, the winners of the Nations League in 2025. Coming at left back, Perisic has gone as a left midfielder. Perisic has changed sides, so shuffling of the pack for Croatia doesn't change anything in how they're playing. Can do left back or centre half. Perisic is fine anywhere up and down the left.
Balls by Rafael Leao. Here's Demirovic. Good volley. Liliana went to ground, but nothing there. The opinion of the Norwegian referee. They try again. Portugal. Conceição. Sonido.
Portuguese bench was up. Easily for them. It's fallen over.
Aldo. Bench on his feet. Rafael Leao. Edge showing for the ball. Rafael Leao again. To Martinez on the edge of his technical area. Showing out, working out the instructions. Rafael Leao. Ecstasy on the other. Contrast in emotions. This game has been needs somebody to be the saviour. Croatia, Stanisic, Sucic, and away by Vega for Portugal.
Some centre midfield coming off and a centre forward going on. But it's going to be everybody up front. They've just got to throw everything at this now. In a matter of 5 minutes or so. Injury time. On in top of it, the injury time.
It's been told there was 2.5 minutes between the ball hitting the net and the game being restarted, so we'll see. So we'll see the average time and figure. Croatia, now they've got to throw everything into attack. Special issue headed the ball in. It's a double for Portugal. Tension until the end here. Portugal sees it. Themselves. Place in the round of 16 and a meeting with Spain in Dallas on Monday.
Fantastic job there, Conte South, keeping the ball, retaining possession and easing the pressure. These seconds will feel like minutes for Portuguese players and fans.
Jones, Ramos has been pretty keen to keep the cards in his pocket. Referee, the ball and changes here.
Ruben is particularly hurt by that, but I think he knows it'll eat up some time.
Juricic just moved into the sector on the pitch, picking up the yellow card. Cristiano Ronaldo mentally kicking every ball with his comrades. Portugal are nearly there. They've had to show grit and gumption into their technical skills. Whilst the Croatia side have really meant business in the second half, and it's not over yet. Forward by Geno. Valdiol, and come on, Perisic in the wide position. Feeling perhaps optimistically for that ball. It's a corner that's been given.
By the way, it's the last throws for Croatia. And everybody on is getting in as close as they can. Lots of people out trees all evening.
Look at the pitch with that corner. That's through goes for what will be a goal kick. And they continue to complain. 9 minutes into added time, as I said. Don't be surprised if we go to about 12 or even 13.
This could be a long night, this could be almost 2 hours of football. Get your money worth it.
Last time, only time Portugal won a World Cup game while conceding first. 1966, the famous quarter-final against North Korea. They were 3-0 down after 25 minutes. They prevailed 5-3. That's to a 4-goal spectacular by Eusebio. One and only Eusebio. Spain waiting in the wings for the winners. This has been dripping in the extreme. Still time for Croatia. Still time for Modric to work his magic. Kramaric, another who certainly falls in the category of potential match winner. And Guardiola takes it forward. is going to go marching on. Modric is going to hit home. Semedo taking the ball for a jog. Conceição. Distinctive running style of his, and he has a go. Wastes a few seconds anyway from a Portuguese point of view. The operations director in the technical area. It's not over yet. Guardiola. Perisic. They have players available inside the area. Perisic. Into the gloves. Diego Costa. And the Croatian fans sense that it is now truly slithering away. Oh, what a contest this has been. The second half, lead and withdrawal. Sucic. Pasalic.
Just got thrown in there now. This is it. Last seconds.
Modric. Elected to change the angle. Perisic was waiting, Matanovic. And is it Let's quickly bring in Mark Clattenburg for an assessment.
Looks like there's a potential offside. What happens is as the ball comes into the penalty area, Croatian number 20 jumps for the ball, and it's if he touches the ball, he will then make an offside for the, I think it was the 50 that was in an offside position. So it will be the question, does the number 20 of Croatia get a touch on the ball, which then makes the his teammate in an offside position. If he doesn't touch the ball, it's offside. If he does touch it, it's offside.
And you be the judge, Rob, as to whether he touched the ball.
It's a snick. It's a snick from Matanovic, the faintest of touches.
Croatia player number 20 touched the ball and headed.
So cruel. And the reaction from Luka Modric tells you everything you need to know. Fine margins. At this high level, can be decisive. Just when it looked as though Croatia had walked through the door into extra time, the hopes have been dashed. I can tell you, the fans behind the goal right to our right are pretty angry on the debris being thrown onto the pitch. Rob.
From the first cross, Pasalic wasn't offside. Then Matanovic gets the touch. It does take a nick off a Portuguese player, but that
exceptional player. The ball is still in an offside position.
That's why they want to do it. They ain't gonna do that first.
Yeah, in the past it was a very subjective. If that player touched the ball or not, that would have been the naked eye. However, they have the technology. There is a chip on the ball, and when a player touches the ball, it will send a message, a spike to the VAR to say that the ball has been touched, so they can prove 100% that that ball was touched by the Croatian player.
So make that one another 10 minutes.
Innovation, but we have the chip in the ball.
They're doing 10 more minutes.
In cricket, first that the two of us are cricket fans.
No, I understand.
This decision.
At the end of that time, they'll give them all time.
Stadium still doing their best.
What's the offside? Offside. Oh, offside. 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 Big time. Offside.
Not offside.
That's the call.
Still offside because of the touch. Faintest of touch, there's a flick of the hair, and then it hit him. Ronaldo Vega doesn't play it intentionally, so doesn't play massively.
But guess what? The kick ain't come from off.
It's complicated.
The kick come from off. What you do? What you gonna kick the goal? Man, he gets a goal.
Portugal trying to clear the lines, but Bernardo Silva high into the evening sky. Nelson Semedo wanted it back and took it back from Ramos. Disappointment for Croatia. The World Cup is over. Luka Modric having to bid farewell to the greatest show on earth, likely for the last time. Was a gripping contest. Portugal go through. Back to Jules Breach.
Thank you very much, guys. Wow, more late drama at this World Cup, but Portugal are now through to the round of 16, and they will beat Spain on Monday afternoon in Dallas with a spot in the quarter-finals on the line. Those teams are in the same quarter of the bracket as the US and Belgium. Jules Breach here with Carly Lloyd, Javier Hernandez, and Clarence Seedorf. You want drama? The round of 32 at this World Cup keeps on delivering. More late goals, more late drama. It is heartbreaking for Croatia, Carly, but jubilation for Portugal. How do you sum up what we've just seen in those last few minutes?
This is the beautiful game and a cruel game at the same time. You know, I think the first half we were sleeping a bit. There wasn't too much action going on. Second half brought everything and more. And I think, you know, this Croatian side just never gives up. Niko Modric, you know, unfortunate that this is probably his last World Cup. Fantastic player, and yeah, I think, you know, overall, I think Croatia played much better in the second half.
We're trying to listen in there to see if we can hear just what those two legends of
Yeah, definitely. I think Luka, the winning Ballon d'Or, he helped Croatia to get to a final, the World then another semi-final. I mean, I think he's been so important for his country. You can see here what it means for Mateo over here, Kovacic. I think Croatia has been tremendously, in these last 3 World Cups, I will say. Over here, they couldn't make it, even though with this, unfortunately, offside, in the last minute goal. But I think it's sad to see someone like Luka Modric, maybe being his last World Cup. But what an amazing run, what an amazing career. He's a legend, an icon for this Croatian, for sure.
And even exiting like they do with honor, they want to the very last second. These guys have never backed up and been down and pushing him. I mean, so much respect for this team and the decisions that have really that showed us so many times over the last days that are so harsh for the team in the last minutes. When you go to the emotional moment of celebrating and then just taken away by the VAR. In this case, it was correct call. It was the offside. But very happy for Cristiano. I mean, he stepped up, penalty came, took his responsibility, and made the goal. I have a lot of respect for that. I mean, it was not an easy moment.
No, not an easy moment, to come back to win the ball and then score the penalty. Yeah, and then the substitutions, I think made a difference for Portugal. They put people on the field to play more directly, more balls into the box, more crosses carried, like we said at halftime as well, when they needed to happen. What an amazing goal for Gonzalo.
It'll be interesting going forward this next match with Portugal. Does Martinez change up the lineup, shake things around a little bit? I mean, he took off some pretty big names. Coutinho, Fernandez, Ronaldo.
I think that's a win for today. Coach making these decisions, showing his leadership, and showing that everybody needs to really step up their game if they want to be in the starting lineup.
And just have a look at these scenes here as well as the players walk towards the crowd that have been supporting them throughout this game and taking in that applause. And Cristiano Ronaldo wearing the number 21 in honour of Diogo Jota. Tomorrow will mark the 1-year anniversary of his crossing. Emotional scenes at the end of the game there, and let's take a look at our Fox moment of the match, sponsored by Ferrero Rocher. What a battle it was in Toronto. Gonzalo Ramos winning it for Portugal 4 minutes into stoppage time with an unbelievable header. They go through to the round of 16 after beating Croatia 2-1. And just look at the reactions at this watch party in Toronto. I'd quite like to see what their reaction was when they saw Croatia and equalised as well. But those are the celebrations. Portugal are through to the next round. Coming up for you shortly, Mikel Oyarzabal and Spain also through to the round of 16 today with a 3-0 victory over Austria. We'll show you the highlights in just a bit.
Protect your pet from injury and illness with